Testing, 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 testing. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay, we sound like we good. We good. Make some tabs change. Okay, tabs changing. Look like we in here. Look like we in here. Look like we in here. Give me 1 second, y'all. We finna get started. Let me turn it down because it's probably echoing in y'all ear. All right, we should be good. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another stock market analysis video, man. We back on the charts once again. Um, yeah, we're gonna do our analysis video for the week of October 13th through the 17th. Um, yeah, we pretty much gonna check out these markets. As y'all can see, we had a very eventful Friday. Um, Definitely got to see what the market wants to do. After that hard dump for Friday, you really want to see where the market is heading, what it's trying to do. And yeah, we're finna get into these charts. And yeah, it is one thing I do want to point out to y'all. If y'all noticed on the stream, we do have for the title of the video, it says G.F.T. Um, but some of y'all, most of y'all are from my Discord, at least as of right now, that's following the page, so y'all already kind of know what G.F.T is. But for anybody that's just stumbling across the YouTube page, or just didn't know what G.F.T was, I just want to let y'all know that stands for God First Trading. That was just one thing that I kind of told myself when it came to me trading in the stock market and everything. It was something that I wrote down myself on my board, or like whiteboard right above my monitors and everything. I just had to remind myself that I gotta put God first before trading. I can't have trading be over, you know, my life and completely take over what I'm focusing on and what's the main important thing in life. Especially being new, learning how to trade and everything. Of course, you're gonna spend time on something that you're trying to get better at, perfect your craft, master. You gotta put time in, you gotta put effort into it. But I also had to sit back and realize, like, hey, trading is not my guide. Like, I can't let it be to where a bad day trading affecting my whole day. It's affecting how I treat others. It's affecting on the type of person I am. Of course, I'm gonna be upset because anything, if you put time into it and it doesn't come out exactly how you want it to, right at the time you want it to happen, you will, be upset, have a little anger or frustration, but at the same time, hey, it's not supposed to control who you are. And it was just something that I had wrote on my board, especially going through like certain challenges when it came to trading early on, and even if I still face challenges now, but it definitely helped me a lot just remembering like, hey, God first, God first, trading second. Really, trading ain't even second on my list, but I'm just saying like God is before trading. That's what I was saying. Of course, I put God, then my wife, and then family, um, but y'all get the gist. God first, then trading. So that's what it stands for. GFT stands for God First Trading. Um, just in case anybody ever wanted to know. And I definitely want to start having that in that title of the stream. So if y'all start seeing GFT trading, it's just hey, I'm just making sure I put that up there. Let everybody know like, hey, this is what I stand for. This is the type of trader I am. This is the type of channel this will be. And it's definitely other things that um the Lord, He put on my heart to do when it came to this channel. I haven't been obedient. I'll be honest. I haven't been obedient doing exactly what He told me to do with this channel. Certain things, certain certain segments and stuff like that for this channel that I initially had set up and in my head for this channel. And I definitely want to start implementing that and putting it into action. So y'all might start seeing a lot more, implemented of, my faith, where I believe, Jesus Christ, in our trading. Cause the things that we do, and the things that, God bless us with, our talents and everything. Um, I'm a firm believer that, like, the things that God bless you with, you are supposed to, pay it back. Not necessarily pay it back, but show that talent to the world and make sure He get the glory for it. Like when somebody asks you, "Hey, how did you do this? How you became so great at this?" God, to God be the glory. He the reason why. He the only reason for my success. He the only reason for me being here. So, especially me doing this trading thing. I'm blessed with the opportunity. I'm blessed with learning it. I'm blessed with the success I have from it, even the failures. I'm blessed with that. The learning I get, the maturity I'm getting. Um, it's just something that, hey, I want to make sure I show other people he the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like he the reason why I'm able to do what I do. He the reason why I'm able to be successful in certain trades. How I can have certain psychology. Um, how my technical analysis, everything it impacts it. And that's kind of what my original plan was for the channel. And I kind of, like I said, I wasn't being obedient straight away. Um, I just was uploading. I was just uploading videos, but he really put it on my heart, to, hey, do what you I said you here to do, Um, and yeah, so y'all will be seeing a lot more implementing of that. Just me putting that in the title, G.F.T trading. That's at least a little bit step forward of me getting the ball rolling. So yeah, man. But other than that, that's what I want to do. I know I went on a little tangent right there, but hey, it's fine. At least y'all getting to know me a little bit more, understand me more. Um, but I just wanted to pretty much give it this explanation of it in case somebody new, like I said, in case somebody new came to the channel or anything and wanted to know what do GFT stand for. And it stands for God First Trading. Trading, you know what I'm saying? It's God First Trading second, even though it's not GFTS. But we might add the S, we may not. It's just always with GFT. When I first started. So, but yeah, let's go and get into these charts and stuff, man. I know I went on a little tangent, but it might have, touched somebody. All right. First thing first, man. Let's get into this economic calendar. I got screenshots today. We don't have the site up, so hopefully it can help the lag a little bit. I still do expect some lag just because I got something to tell y'all. We did have, we did have, um, I told y'all last stream, I was like, hey, I'm going to trade, the top step combine account. I did it. I started recording. I did the recording. I didn't do the live stream. I did recording for the page. And when I hit record, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When I tell y'all the lags was just so bad, like it was just lagging. My recording stopped in some of the trade. Um I did get to catch the main trade though. I did catch the main trade. So I still am going to edit it and put it up on the page. It's just I have to, like I said, I'm just gonna cut it, like cut some of the parts where it was lagging and stuff. But um, it still got our trade in it though. So at the end of the day, we still got the trading in it. But one thing I do gotta say, I did trade the wrong account. I ain't gonna lie, I traded the wrong account. So technically, our actual account for the page, we don't even got to trade on. My other accounts had to trade on it. But so, I mean, I could. I think I'm still gonna upload the trade. Just not gonna have no audio or nothing. I'm gonna still upload a trade. Actually, you know what? I might upload it on my TikTok just because the trade that I took Friday was on the wrong account. It wasn't for the this page account. Um, and since our this page account don't have no trades, like I said, I want that account to be for this channel. So technically we'll be just starting this today instead of starting Friday. We'll be starting that channel. I mean that combine. Um, but I still gonna post the other trade probably in my Discord and on my TikTok because still was a good trade I took. Caught us a good 7. I ain't gonna say the last number. We caught a good 7 though. I start off with the 7, but we I'm gonna post that on my probably my TikTok. So if y'all want to see that trade that we took on Friday, um, just follow my TikTok at I believe I'm gonna have it on Pocket Option Keys. So type in Pocket Option Keys on TikTok. Um, and it should be linked in the description. If not, I'll try to add it in the comments. But yeah, other than that, that was just some disclaimer I had to give y'all. So technically, we did start it on Friday, but technically we trade on a rolling account. So technically, we starting it tomorrow, Monday, starting our um starting our combine for the channel. Now, I do think I'm gonna try to do the live stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do the live stream tomorrow. Um, if it don't work out good, then we just had to record it. It's just somehow I'm gonna try to had to fix this lag. I don't know what I can do. Probably I need to delete some stuff off the laptop to free up some RAM space or whatever memory. I'm not too sure. We'll figure it out though. We're gonna figure it out because we gonna have this as a series on this channel. All right, but let's get into it, man. We did. How long was this? We've been just talking for about what, couple minutes now. I don't even know. I can't even see the timer. Usually it show me the timer. Oh, 12 minutes. All right. First thing first, as y'all can see. Well, before we even say something about this calendar, um, y'all know that the government is still undecisive. Like we still don't know what the government gonna do, what's their decision when it comes to funding. Um, so we technically still in the government shutdown. When it came to this economic calendar, I told y'all on the last stream that we had, I said, hey, I really been just trading futures just because the economic calendar. Yes, we see the news on the schedule. I mean, the schedule, the events are scheduled, but a lot of this stuff been getting pushed back, man. It's been getting pushed back just because of the shutdown and undecisiveness when it comes to funding. They've been pushing back these events, and it kind of is really impacting how you can trade, especially when it comes to the options. Like I told you on the last stream, it's really when it comes to options, hey, your best bet is to just swing. If you're trying to day trade options and you only trying to hold it for 1 day, 2 days, it don't really look good for you because you don't really know exactly what the market will do. One tweet here, one announcement here can literally catapult or completely drop the market as we seen Friday. One tweet just completely drop it because we don't have any stability in the market while this shutdown is going on. So be completely careful, especially trading options for sure. Futures, you still got to be careful with futures, but y'all know we putting stop losses and stuff on. We trade futures, so we not too worried. But with them options, especially trying to day trade, your contract can be $700 in less than 1 minute from one tweet. Your contract zero. So be careful, man. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. We gonna still look at this calendar, even though maybe these events probably gonna get pushed back more than likely, just because of the uncertainty. But we still gonna check out the calendar just in case. You know, we're gonna treat it just like it's still supposed to come out. All right. So first thing first, October 13th, we do not have any major news. As y'all can see, I only got it on 3 stars news. Reason being is just because I just only want to see the major news right now. I usually have it on 2 and 3, but I just want to see 3 stars. So as y'all can see, we don't have nothing for Monday. Tuesday, October 14th, we have Powell is supposed to speak at 11:20 um a.m. We technically was supposed to have Powell speak last Friday. I don't think he spoke last Friday. They pushed it back. Like I said, a lot of stuff getting pushed back. But it says Powell's supposed to speak at 11:20, so we'll see about that. Tuesday, really, that's the only event. But y'all know how impactful Powell is. He really can make the market move up or down. The last time he spoke, though, it really didn't have too much crazy effect. Yeah, we went down some, but it didn't really have that much effect crazy the last time he spoke. Wednesday, we have October 15th, CPI, at 7:30. We got three events of the CPI at 7:30. So y'all know CPI is a big catalyst to the market. Like I said, if loans is we can stick to the economic calendar and events come out, that's what we're expecting for Wednesday. But I really, like I said, I really don't see it. I think we're gonna continue to keep getting pushed back. But I still think, even though this stuff getting pushed back, y'all, I still think buyers and sellers are still going to somewhat around them times, somewhat still kind of trade like they're expecting it to come out. So really, what I would say for everybody, which is normally the normal suggestion when it comes to like heavy news, a lot of people say, hey, don't trade 30 minutes before the news and 30 minutes after the news. That's what I'm suggesting right now. So like Tuesday, don't trade 30 minutes before Powell's supposed to speak, and don't trade 30 minutes after. Let the market decide and react what it wants to do. Um, and then start getting your trades. Same thing for Wednesday. When 7:30 come, you can't trade at 7 unless you're trading futures. But don't trade 30 minutes before. Don't trade 30 minutes after. Let the market decide where it wants to go, and then trade. Really, that's what I recommend for anybody trying to trade during this government shutdown and everything pushing back. Around them news times, let the news drop and let everybody react after. Like you react after the news drop and start trading. Okay. Thursday, October 16th. This is supposed to be one of the heavier days. We got 7:30 jobless claims, 7:30 PPI, and 7:30 retail sales, and then at 11 supposed to be crude oil. Um, a lot of events throughout the day for Thursday. Most of them all at 7:30, then 11 o'clock is that crude oil. But y'all know how I feel about crude oil coming out. And then Friday, closing out the week, is supposed to be at 7:30. Literally, all the news say 7:30. So I really think this is just all news that just kept getting pushed back. Yeah, because we see September. All this stuff is just stuff that's got pushed back now. But it say non-farm payrolls at 7:30, unemployment rate at 7:30. So literally, we just got weeks of stuff that been pushed back, honestly, and it might continue to keep getting pushed back. So we'll have to just see when the market opens, when the government and stuff happens throughout the week if they finally make decisions or not. Just be on the lookout when they make that decision, y'all. Hey, get ready. The market gonna might move crazy. All right. Now let's get into the earnings for this week. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now the earnings, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. The earnings are looking pretty good. Um, y'all know what? Give me 1 second. Just 1 second, real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull up this the earnings sheet on my phone just so I can see the names all the way. Cause it is a little bit blurry on this screenshot, but it's fine. Just give me 1 second, y'all. Trying to pull it up here. And all right, here we go. Earnings for this week. Monday, October 13th. Really, nothing. I don't really know who what's that say? Fasting on? I don't even know how you say it. Um, I don't know who that is, honestly. And they're the only ones reporting before the market open. So, like I said, nothing for Monday. Tuesday, we have BlackRock, JP Morgan, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Wells Fargo. Really, the banks. It's really look like the banks, y'all. Johnson and Johnson, Domino's, uh, BCE. So we got mostly it's the banks. Tuesday got the banks coming out. I actually kind of want to see what these banks gonna look like, just because of with the government shutdown and all the funding and stuff. I want to see what these bank earnings. Even though the earnings is based on the previous, I still want to check it out though. I'm gonna be definitely checking out these banks. I do want to see. I never traded BlackRock, but we're gonna check it out. I traded JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs before. I do like Goldman Sachs, so I will be checking them out. Domino's, I'll be checking them out also. Um, BCE never traded it. I had to check the chart out. But those are our pre-market earnings for Tuesday. Aftermarket, nothing, I guess. If it's somebody that's big, y'all comment down below. But really, the aftermarket, I don't see nothing for Tuesday. Before the market, Wednesday, October 15th, we have Bank of America. Yeah, this the week for the banks, y'all. Um, Dollar Tree, Progressive, uh, Synchrony, Morgan Stanley, First Horizon, and yeah, that's pretty much the pre-market. So, like I said, it's mostly banks. I'm noticing. I definitely probably be checking out Morgan Stanley. Now, I don't think yeah, I did. I did check out their chart before. Morgan Stanley. I want to see Synchrony. Just because I know they deal with like the credit cards and stuff. Bank of America. I look at it, but I don't really trade it. Dollar Tree, Progressive. I had to check them out. I don't really trade them, but I'll check their charts out. Um, let's see. Yeah, and that's pretty much the pre-market plays. Aftermarket. It says United. I don't know if that's. I think that is United Health. United. If that's United Health, y'all, I'm definitely gonna be checking out that, y'all. Y'all know that's one the main thing that everybody talking about with the government is like, hey, the medical. That's what we're trying to see when it comes to the funding. So I definitely want to check out United Health if that's United Health. I can't really tell. Um, definitely gonna check them out for sure. Um, who else? Pinnacle. I think I heard of them. I had to check them out. Synovus. Y'all know that's pretty much bank. Uh, yeah, I definitely want to see United first, though. That's the main thing I'm looking for. Wednesday evening. Thursday, October 16th, we have Key Bank in the pre-market, Charles Schwab in the pre-market, M&T Bank in the pre-market, U.S. Bank Corp in the pre-market. Like I said, a lot of banks coming out. Just check the banks out. We do have TSM. We can check out TSM for sure. TSM definitely would like to look at them. I guess you say Charles Schwab. I never really checked their chart, but I can look at it. Aftermarket, we have Interactive Brokers. Honestly, I didn't even know they was on the stock on here, but we have First National Bank, and pretty much that's it. I don't really. There's a lot of other banks. So, but Thursday, my big thing I want to look for is probably TSM. Friday, we have Alley, American Express, Truist. Oh yeah, we got these banks coming heavy. And Huntington. Oh yeah, we got some banks coming through this week. This week is the week of the bank. Um, definitely want to check out that American Express and Truist. I look at Alley also. Oh, I didn't even see Regions down at the bottom, but I don't really trade Regions, but I mean, we could check it out. But yeah, that's the earnings for this week. My biggest things that I'll be looking for, if y'all want to know, probably I say Johnson Johnson on Monday, um, BlackRock and JP Morgan. Tuesday, my biggest ones, Synchrony, um, probably Synovus. Progressive also. I'll be checking out Progressive because, like I said, insurance. So them three for Wednesday. Thursday, TSM for sure. Charles maybe. And then Friday, American Express, Truist, Alley. All right. So that's what we looking for this week. That's the earnings. Now let's get into these charts. I know it's been a little while, man. We've been doing a lot of talking, barely in the charts. And it's been 30 minutes. Now let's get into these charts though. This ain't gonna take long at all. I say that we might be on here another hour. Okay. First thing first. Let's go to the monthly. Let's go to the monthly. Only reason I want to go to the monthly just because I want to see where we're sitting at. It ain't gonna be long. We're just gonna be on here for a quick second, hot second. All right, monthly for SPY. Starting off with SPY, y'all. Monthly for SPY. What happened? We already did what we supposed to do. We already took the high. We had that previous month close green, show sign for continuation. We took the high. We already did what we did. We continue to make the higher high. Currently, right now, we are red. The market looks like, hey, we're dropping. You know what I'm saying? It looks like we're finna start potentially a pullback, but we don't know 100% because this candle is not done yet. This candle is not done yet. I know a lot of people like, hey, man, we had a huge drop Friday. We had a huge drop Friday. Government shutdown. We finna drop. You don't know for a fact. Just as quick as it dropped, it's the same way it can shoot right back up. We can flip back green. So be careful, you know. But one thing I can say, hey, for the Bears, if you was looking to take puts or something, this is that potential. Hey, we already. Oh, well, I didn't mean to draw that. We already did what we were supposed to do. We already got the job done. We took the high. We already did what we were supposed to do. So, but like I said, this candle is not done yet. This monthly candle is not done yet. So we gotta wait to see before we can confirm. Hey, yes, we truly want to drop. You know, like I said, just as quick as it dropped, it can come right back and recover. So still be careful. You know, you still be careful. But like I said, we ain't gonna take long on that monthly. We just wanted to see where we was at. Weekly, weekly, weekly. Looking at the weekly for a spot. Um, Same thing. We already did what we were supposed to do. That previous week we had a green candle closed above the high. That shows what signs of continuation. So we should what make a higher high. What happened that last week? Pushed up, made that higher high. Did that continuation. So we got the job done right here when we crossed past this previous week high. Job was done, and what it did is right after, immediately flushed. Um, As we can see, we end up making a lower low. End up making a lower low on the weekly. So that is a little bit of sign of potential. You know, reversal might can happen. Um, that's signs of that market structure shift, but it's not completely confirmed to the downtrend until we see what lower low, lower high, and then another lower low come. Then we confirm 100% that downtrend. But right now, we do see sentiments of bearish market just because what? What's the last thing we did? Made a lower low. That's the last thing we did. And we closed below the previous low also. So that is some signs of bears coming in. We just like I said, I want to see that confirmation. I gotta see lower low, lower high, then lower low come again. All right, but we do got that initial sign for that change of character. All right, daily, 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 daily coming to spy. Now we're gonna bring up these old drawings, then we're gonna delete them. But I just want to show y'all these old. Well, actually, it ain't lined up. Oh, no, it lined up now. There it go. Just lagging a little bit. I want to show y'all this. For SPY, that daily. What did we say? Let me remove these orange. We're gonna remove the orange. We're gonna keep the green. I mean red and green. Delete all this. Come on, delete it. Well, I guess they don't want to delete that part. It's fine. We'll delete these. Well, actually, do I want to delete it? Cause I want y'all to see what had happened. Yeah, let's go back. We're gonna keep the stuff on there. But let's replay the day so we can. Thank you. See, look, y'all, trading view be coming up with all this new stuff throwing me off. Do I want to continue or start? I guess start new one. Y'all, trading view, I like that they keep innovating and being up to date with stuff, but god dang, man, they throwing me off some of this stuff. Okay, it's fine. I just wanted to show y'all this. What did we say was fine? We was like, hey, um, we supposed to keep following the uptrend until what happened? Until we break our low, our solidified low, which was that 6-6, um, that 6-6. Y'all know 6.78. They just want me to say 3-6, man. Come on now. But that was our low. We was like, hey, stay with the uptrend, but we supposed to be aiming for make what new high highs until that low gets taken out. And then what happened Friday? We ended up with taking our high. I definitely this was a crazy day for Friday because I took the longs. We took the high. I seen us fail to take the high. I seen once we swept the high, I took my profit because I literally just had my TP set. Cause I was like, I don't know what we'll do once we take the high. The market came up, took that high. I tell y'all now, it was like I want to say, was it like 958? Was it 950 or 1058? I can't remember. I had to just go back and look at the chart. Man, that market just flushed. I'm talking about just straight flush. Soon as I seen this market start flushing after sweeping that high, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I knew it was gonna go down. And I did kind of jump in a little early. I just got in them shorts, y'all. I got in them short. I got in one. I just got in one short. I was like, let me just see if we come down and take this low down here at this 666. I took a short on that on futures. Man, when I tell y'all this mud is a drop. Just one contract. Oh my goodness, that one contract went crazy. One ES. I know it was an NQ. It was an NQ, so we weren't even on the same as SPY. I was looking at SPY, but I took the trade on NQ. But like I was saying though, we were supposed to stay bullish, bullish, bullish. We said, hey, we only look for longs. On the last string we said we only look for the longs until we either do one or two things. Either take this high, or if we break this low at 666, 7.78. What happened? We got to take them longs. We went and took that high. As soon as we got our profit, we was able to jump right into the short and get some more profit, even bigger profit. I didn't think it was gonna drop that hard, but we got even bigger profit. Now I just wanted to kind of go over what had happened for that Friday. Now we can start doing our analysis what we think for that. Okay, so let me delete. Come on now, what? All this update. What does it ask me? Delete drawings. Come on, Trading View. Y'all got all these updates. That throwing me off my little mojo. It's probably good though. It's probably I just gotta get used to some updates. I don't know why I ain't deleting that yet. It just drag it up out the way. Alright. So like we said, weekly we got signs of bearish. Signs of bearish, but like we said, we're not confirmed yet into that downtrend. We gotta see lower high, lower low. Okay. Daily. Same thing. We just created a lower low. We just created our first lower low. Not 100% confirmed the downtrend yet. We want 100% confirm this stuff before we do anything, okay? Yes, the short still looks nice, but we want to confirm it. We want to confirm it. If we look at this market, though, what is the last thing we did? We made that lower low. Me personally, looking at this chart, we're supposed to what? Still look short. It's still supposed to look short just off this daily count. I'll say that. Off the daily, we're supposed to go short. But overall structure, what do we see, y'all? We see bulls. We see bullish. So for me, I'm personally gonna still ride with the bulls. I'm gonna wait until I see my first green, then I'm gonna go higher. Now, if I see a swing high or swing low get taken, then I'm completely, you know what I'm saying, I'm completely switching narrative. Right now, if we want to say, hey, I want to play short or play long, depending on who you want to go with, that's gonna be where you will have to decide where your take profit or your solidify level be at. If we looking at this chart though, let's just do our technical analysis. What do we see? We see what? Higher high, higher low, higher high, hold up. Higher high, higher low. Oop, you drawings, man. But higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We got a whole bunch of higher lows to sit behind, okay? This the last low that we got that ain't been taken yet, right? This the most recent low. So if you want to sit there and be bullish, this is your level that you don't want to see the market go below. Is at 152.49. Your target will be what? These highs. Okay? The target will be the highs. Now, this is supposed to, if we want to be bullish, this is supposed to be our setup, okay? One thing I do want to point out on this daily. If y'all see this fair value, we got a fair value gap right here, right? This is our last hope and chance before we break this low. Now see that? So if this market doesn't bounce right here, we definitely, I mean, it's literally since the change away. What's the bottom of this fair value gap? 652.74. The level to not beat is 652.49. So it's literally what, like 30 cents away from each other. So more than likely, if it gonna take the bottom of that fair value gap, it's probably going to push down there and take that low. But it still could not, you know, it could just pinpoint, hit the bottom of the gap and bounce up. But for us, we still want to stay with the bullish narrative. We're looking at this as a big old pullback. Right now, what do we need to see? We need to see the market bounce. We got to see the market come push right back out of the 655.08 level. So this is what we need to see. We need to see the market push out, reclaim 655, it comes to reclaim that 655 level, then the market could just straight start squeezing. We can start squeezing. That's what we're looking for. That is what we're looking for if we want to be bullish. Me personally, I'll say I'm bullish to neutral for this week. Just because that hard drop, we did take out multiple lows. You see that we took out this higher low. We took out this higher low. Then we took out this higher low. So we took out multiple lows with that big old drop last week. So it's showing me the market wants to come down, but I can't still completely say, hey, I want to just be straight bearish just because overall structure is what, y'all? It's still bullish. So I can't be 100% bearish yet. I say I'm bullish to bearish. You know, I'm bullish first, then bearish second. All right. Now we sit there and take this low right here, then I'll be okay. I'm looking for some shorts to come down to this low. All right. And then once we sweep that low, then I'll be like, okay, now I'm waiting again. So I'm just taking it from one higher low to the next. If we want to be bearish, if we want to be bullish, like I said, we looking for these bounces at these fair value gaps. So that's the game plan. We're bullish still. Like we said, we look treating this as a pullback until we see what. If I see market comes down here, we get our green counter to come up, and we fail to stay outside this fair value gap and flip back red. Okay, now I'm gonna be like, hey, we might be switching bearish, just because now that's the actual trend. We gotta have lower low, lower high, and then boom, lower low. That's confirming the downtrend. Once it confirms the downtrend, then I'm gonna completely say, hey, I'm bearish. Okay. Right now, I can't completely say it because yes, we did make a lower low, but it's not the trend yet. We got to see lower low, lower high, lower low. All right. So I still gotta stay. I still gotta stay with the bulls, right? All right. Like I said, we got our fair value gap. This is where the market could potentially bounce. We seen one bounce right here. Let's see if we got any other. We don't got really no other gaps. Now the market take this low. Like I told y'all, we do have this low right here at 648.83. We'll mark that out. It's the only time y'all see me mark out too low, just because it's so close to that low. It might take that one out, and we might have to look for that bounce happen above there. And then the next low we got is the 641 down here. All right. Now if we get a close, if we get the market to close below this 648.83, then I'm thinking we are completely should be flushing all the way down. Okay. Starting to push down into like early 640, and then high 630. Okay, but right now I gotta sit here and stay. I still gotta stay bullish. I'm looking for that recovery bounce. All right. This is one thing I do want to mark out. If we got gap above, we do got a gap above. So I do want to mark this out. If the market wants to switch bearish, we could see that reversal happen at this gap above. So we could see this right here. We could see market came down, market push up, retest, come up here, fail, and then that can lead us to that drop to come down here to take this 648. Okay, so it's a lot that can go on, y'all. There's a lot can go on, but I can say this: if the market pushes back up and we get above this, what's this, 657.82 level, we get above here and retest and claim it, market should just start squeezing crazy, pushing all the way back up. All right, should start pushing all the way back up. We do got a gap up here at 6678 area. But I definitely see us squeezing right back up. Okay, especially if we get above this, like I said, the 657.70 area. All right. Now let's jump down to the hourly. Let's see what the hourly looking like. On the hourly, we already swept these lows on the hourly. In the aftermarket, I already swept them lows. Let's check this out. But we need to see it on the daily. Hourly is fine that it's swept it. We need to see that on the daily. Now for the hourly, it's clear they look bearish. So if we saying we want to take them longs for the daily, all right? We need to see this hourly get on track with the daily. So we need to see what if the switch bullish. Got high, we need a higher low, and then we need a higher high. Once that next higher high come and we close green above it, then we can get ready to take them long. Okay, we can definitely get ready to take them long. But currently, right now, the 1 hour is bearish because we do got what? We got lower low, lower high, lower low. Completely confirmed the bearish sentiment. It's completely a bearish downtrend. Okay, we got it. It's confirmed on the hour. On the daily, we're not confirmed yet. We gotta have that what? Lower high and then lower low. Now we confirm in the bearish downtrend. So, like I said, I'm bullish to neutral, man. I mean bullish to bearish. Just because, like I said, that hourly we already bearish. Daily, not quite there yet. We can get there though. When that daily switch to it, expect a huge drop. You know. But for our hourly, what we need to see, like we said, we need to see market structure shift. So we got a higher high. We might can see a potential what? Higher low come, and then boom, push up the higher high. On that hourly, let's mark out these gaps. This gap here, orange. So we want to see the market get above here. For sure, we want to see it get above here. Honestly, I kind of could delete this gap just because I'm not expecting the market to be right here. I think, me personally, I kind of think we're going to gap up. Um, just because it's daily. What make me kind of think we're going to gap up is just because it's daily. Um, we already was at the bottom of the gap, you know. I think we're gonna gap like when spot open up. I think we're gonna open up above the gap. I don't even think I don't think we're gonna open inside this gap. I think we're gonna open above the gap, and then we're gonna be playing. We're gonna start off playing this week above the gap, above 655.08. If I had to guess, um, if we open up above this gap though, we might have a sideways week, y'all. We might see it moving sideways for a little while. Um, if we up above that gap, but I do think we gonna. I think we're gonna gap up. I think we gonna gap up, y'all. Just because the hourly already bearish, it's already bearish. If we just barely open up right here above this 652 level, if we barely open up above there, literally once Monday open, we're gonna instantly come take the bottom of this fair value gap, which is gonna completely instantly make us drop. You know, it just don't kind of make sense for it to. I don't know. It just don't seem like unless, like I said, unless we just looking to drop like. Say if the market is trying to drop all the way down here to like 630, that's the only way I can see it open up right there. Like if we open up that close to the bottom of the gap, I think we finna drop to like 630. But I don't think we finna drop there. Honestly. So I kinda think we're gonna gap up. I think we're gonna open up probably up here at 655, maybe 657. Okay. Um, but we'll see. We'll just have to see. That's just my guess. You know what I'm saying? That's my guess. But so I'm gonna delete this because I really don't. This gap is kind of below our daily fair gap. I don't really want to mark that up. I'll mark this gap up though for sure. We'll mark this gap up. So what I want to see, I want to see us come above this hourly gap. See, that's dang, but the market trying to play. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. The market trying to play. Cause look, neither one of these gaps is good scenarios. Yes, you can get in off the break retest of the gaps, but like I said, with this gap, it break and retest, it can very well just come take the bottom of the daily gap and straight dump. But this next gap above, we break and retest that one. We literally going right into that daily fair value gap where I told y'all, hey, if the market wants to reverse, it's going to happen. It should happen right here. I don't want to trade loans into that where it potentially finna reverse. So I think I will. I think we will see that market structure shift to lead us to go higher. But it just looks it just look like it's a setup. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Look like a setup. Honestly, if I could have got in, the best thing I would have did probably should have got in on. Well, you really didn't know what it was gonna do Friday, but if you could have got in on Friday close and then just hope, expected that gap up. But I got to see what ES and NQ looking like. Maybe ES and NQ, if they opened up right here, then yeah, it took them loans to go up. I would instantly jump in the loans. But I was asleep, y'all. I've been asleep. That's why I'm on this late stream. I was asleep all evening. After church, I was when the 8 and was knocked out. But honestly, these not the two best spots to get in. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all, I'm not really looking to go long on that hourly until we take these highs at 660. I gotta see us come above there. I gotta see us come above 660. I want to see us start playing around 666 area. Cause current like this, all this right here, yes, it's a decent range, 652 to 660. But like I said, I expect us to gap up to 655. I don't really think we're gonna be down here. And when we gap up here, we only got like $4 to $5 range. Yes, you can get some trades in, but we literally got this split zone right here, like at 657. So it's like really I only got $2 right here to move, and then I only got $3 to move above it. So it's kind of like, it really ain't. It ain't the best for options, y'all. It's not the best spot, man. It's not. It's just not. It don't really look good. Um, and it's just something that I'm not gonna trade with options. Might take some scalps with futures, but other than that, it don't look good. Um, I'll mark out this hourly gap. If we eventually get up here, I will trade in this gap. Usually I don't trade in these gaps, but it's how big this gap is, I might take a light trade into it just because it's a nice like $2, $3. Oh, really? It's $5. $5 move with the gap. So once we break it to here, I'll probably get a loan. Might swing me a loan once we break inside the 662. This might be the only spot I look to go in, y'all, on options. I don't know why my alerts now. Maybe my internet a little bit off. Um, but yeah, that's where I'll be looking to go long at, y'all. On this hourly, I gotta see 660.93 get taken first. Yeah, the hourly it just don't look appealing, y'all. Um, now the daily, on the other hand, if we gap up, say we gap up, like I'm kind of expecting, but even if we don't get, we turn green, close outside this 655, right? Close outside with a green candle, and we get a red candle. Like I said, still holding above. If we get one more green candle, I'll get in alone. Even if it didn't already take this 657. I'll get in one light long, set my stop loss at the bottom of that red candle. If we get it, like I said, if we get green, red, green, that second red, set the stop loss below there. Swing along. Um, real light long. Swing it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm holding it all the way to 662. Um, and yeah, that what I'll do. But that's the only once I see market structure shift. That's the only reason. But other than that, like I said, I'm waiting until we hit 660. It don't look appealing, y'all. It just don't. Even if I want to go short, I kind of want to see either this low of this fair value gap get taken, or that reversal to happen up here at 657. And I'm gonna set an alert if we cross them down. Oh, well, I told y'all my alerts. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the internet off a little bit. All right, now let's go to QQQ. So that's what we looking at for SPY. It kind of looked real indecisive, y'all. Um, kind of got to wait on structure to start forming. So we might not even be able to get no trade on options till like Wednesday. QQQ. Of course, target is what the high. 6:13:18. Let's kind of speed it up because we already an hour in. I really don't want to go past like an hour 15, hour 30. Okay. Last thing we did, we broke all these lows. We still got this low here that didn't get broken. So 588.50 is our can't beat level. Next can't beat level, like we said, it's right here at 583.69. Do we got any gaps? Yes, we do. Let me mark them out. Got a gap here. We already closed below this. That's the thing. So on SPY, we didn't close below the gap. On QQQ, we did close below the gap on the daily. So that is a little iffy, a little questionable. Yeah, that's the only gap before we get to that level. All right, let's mark this out. All right. So I'm telling y'all, I'm thinking we go. If we don't just straight flush, we gonna gap up. We gotta gap up, cause it already closed below here. It has to gap back up inside or above it. And like I said, unless we doing just straight flush down real hard, cause it just don't make sense right now. It really not making the charts. It's telling me like, hey, we gotta gap up or we finna flush extremely hard. All right. Pretty much same thing with SPY, like how SPY was. We gotta kind of see market structure shift happening to go long. And hourly should be up. The hourly still look like it's in a downtrend. We gotta see that market structure shift happen. And like I said, I could see the market structure shift happen down here, but I really want to see us above this high right here. I really want to see us start forming structure above this high, which is 597.89. Okay. And then I'll be looking to take it all the way up to this hourly gap of 622. Okay. And then depending on what we do up here at the top at 607, if we can hold the structure up there, then yeah, take long back to the highs. But I do think we'll slow down like midway through here. But yeah, that's what I expect. Really don't, like I said, I really don't like. Only way I look to go short if we just come straight flushing down, I take a short. So if we take this low down here at 81, I'll take a short. Maybe I'll take it even if we come break 88. Or I look for that shorts right here at 596. All right. Now let's go to ES. And y'all know what? Since we said SPY and stuff don't look that appealing, tomorrow expect me to be on over these stocks. Y'all might get an early stream of it. I don't know. We'll see. But we definitely gonna go over the stocks because usually when SPY and ES don't look good, the stocks usually where we have to trade when it comes to options. Okay. We might, you know what? We might go over a couple of our main ones tonight, just so we can go ahead and have y'all some trades for this week. Um, Hourly. Let's start off with the monthly first. Monthly. We already did our job. We took the high. We can't remove these drawings. We already took the high. We do look like we got red candle so far, but it don't look. Wait, hold up. Oh, hold up. Let me see something. Look, what I just told y'all. I said we probably gonna gap up. Look at this. Already gapped up. Yeah. Unless it just flush overnight while I go to sleep, then I'll be wrong. But it already gapped up. So it can already do what I kind of said it was supposed to do. Because I knew that charger, it just didn't look right. It just didn't look right, y'all. But cause that's what I was about to tell you. I was gonna say the monthly don't look like how QQQ and Spy monthly look. Because they have more of a body. But that's why. Because it just gapped up. I should have been going over ES first. Let's go to ES. My bad. I thought I was in order. Remove these drawings. Go to ES first. Come on, remove drawings. Okay. But still, regardless, it did the same thing. It took its high, so it did its job. It did its job. So now we're just trying to see, do the market want to continue to go higher, or is this our turning point to potentially do a pullback or reverse to the downside? Weekly, we made our lower low. All right. Signs of bearish sentiment. But it's not confirmed to what? We get that lower low, lower high, then lower low. All right. Daily. Same thing. Made our lower low. Not confirmed until we see what? Another lower low. All right. So we got to still stay bullish. Target for ES is 68.12. Level to not beat is, ooh, we got a little wave on ES. Level to not beat at 64.52 flat. Now let's mark out any gaps before it. I think we got this one gap here. Gap. Look like we bouncing off of it currently. I mean, tell them we got this gap, but I ain't gonna mark it. All right. So we got that one gap. Gaps above. Do we got this gap here? That's what I'm saying, bro. I knew we was gonna gap up. I just knew was gonna gap up. Just because it just, bro, unless we were just looking to straight flush hard, it had a gap up because it was already at the bottom of the fair value gap on on SPY. So it's like, shoot, next thing it's supposed to do is what? If it closing the gap, what do I expect it to what? Touch the bottom of the gap, and it's already 90%. It was already 90%. SPY was already 90% at the bottom of the gap. So it's like, shoot, if it just open up in there, it's going down there. So I was like, bro, it gotta gap up. It has to gap up because if it open up in there and do any signs of bearish trend on lower time frame, it's gonna take it. So that was some good analysis right there, man. That was good analysis. I'm telling y'all, that come from looking at these charts for a while. Like, I'm like, bro, that's the only thing that makes sense if we want to stay bullish. We got to gap up, or at least try to stay bullish. That don't mean we're gonna be bullish 100%. If we're trying to stay bullish, um, pretty much same thing like I was saying on SPY. Um, we want to see that market structure shift. We want to see a market structure shift to lead us back to the highs. It kind of look a little bit more cleaner though on ES. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of look a little more cleaner. Really all we gotta do is see us close above this gap, retest it, and then first green counter, we can look to take the loans. This is what I'm kind of expecting for ES, y'all. I'm kind of expecting us to tomorrow, right? Like in the morning, we might push down a little bit, all right. But then I think we're gonna move up tomorrow. I think tomorrow gonna be a green day. We're gonna move up, and I think we're gonna leave a wick right here. We're gonna leave a wick like a fair value gap where these two don't overlap. I think we're gonna leave a fair value gap. Then I think um Tuesday probably gonna try to see if we can hold above here. Okay, Tuesday we close and hold above here, red. That Wednesday, like I said, we probably don't see option trades till Wednesday. That Wednesday, I think we're gonna push up, but I think we're gonna push up into that gap, and that's when that decision gonna have to be made. Are we gonna close in the gap, or is we gonna fail to drop? I think Wednesday is a huge, huge day. It's going if we can close in that gap. Boom, we still looking bullish, baby. Yeah, I do think we're gonna slow down before we clear the gap. Gonna slow down, have to build some momentum, then push. But I do think we still bullish if we close in that gap. We come reject it, I think we gonna probably consolidate down here. But we had to see, or it can just straight slam. So we had to see. But that's what I'm thinking we're gonna have. I think Monday we're gonna see a gap getting left right here. Wednesday we're gonna break, come try to push down some. And like for the pullback, then I think we're gonna actually see that market shift on. I mean Tuesday we're gonna pull back. Wednesday I think we're gonna see that green counter for the market shift. It's just haze. We're gonna be able to confirm closing above the high and closing inside the gap to go higher. Okay. Um. So pretty much same game plan as SPY. That's what we looking for. Um. Hourly should be looking. Oh yeah, the hourly is not bearish now, just because we already gapped up on here. Like I said, I think Monday morning pre-market or something, we probably gonna come back down and then push back up. Probably go come. Yeah, I think we'll probably come down then go up. I'll probably be on futures. I might be looking at getting some loans on the right here when it come back down to this gap, retest of this gap. Probably take a loan, then take it back up again to this hourly gap. I think that's what that's probably gonna be my trades for tomorrow futures. Probably gonna let market come down here to 6660. Then I'm probably gonna take a loan to go back up to 6692. And then that's probably gonna be my one and done trade because I think, like I said, I don't think I want to play around because this can be a choppy situation. Okay, but I think that's gonna be my one trade tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna be probably looking for that any type of pullback and getting longs. I don't think I hate it's not no hourly gaps or nothing right here. Maybe it is all the way over here, but we ain't going that far back. Um, that's the only thing I hate. I'm gonna have to see that pullback probably be a green counter. If it be red, like we close red with it, it might just straight flush. I mean, we do got this gap down here, but I don't want to see it's coming down there. But yeah, that's what ES looking at. Let's look at NQ. NQ should be the exact same, so let's just chart it up real quick. Target. And I'm just gonna read these last numbers, y'all. Y'all know we in 25,000. I'm gonna say 25,394. We'll say the whole number. We'll say. So target is 25,394. Can't beat level or level not to beat is all the way down here. Really it ain't even. Dang. Let me go make sure I put the right level on ES. Cause why the heck is this so far down? But it's 23,025. Let me go make sure I put the right level on EX. Probably because sometimes you can move fast and don't put the right stuff. Nah, that's the right level on ES. Yeah. God dang, NQ level super far down, man. That's risky. that's some risky stuff right there. Cause look, higher high. Shoot, it's the higher low right here. Cause we ain't break the high again until we got right here. And this was that last higher low, but we already broke down, so I can't mark down. So literally, this is the last one. Ooh. Yeah, we definitely got it. Looking at the NQ chart, boy, I could have 100% told y'all we finna gap up. Cause if we didn't gap up, boy, we finna flush down so crazy. It ain't gonna make sense. Alright, we mark this gap out. We should have multiple gaps. We got multiple gaps. Cause this is a big range. Multiple gaps. Huge range. NQ, I don't know what y'all got going on. But hey, NQ chart, I ain't gonna lie, NQ chart is showing potential that big old drop. If we want to drop, NQ showing us that big old drop. Cause it's just too much space. Too much space. I don't like that at all. Um, definitely don't like that. Mark out this gap. We do got this daily gap here. And we got this one here. God, NQ, you just gapped up, man. What's going on? All these gaps everywhere, NQ. Alright. There we go, there we go, there we go. Pretty much like I said, same thing as like for ES, NQ, I mean QQQ, SPY. You're looking for we gapped up, like I said, we got this market structure shit. We just want to see it push literally market structure shift on the daily. That's what we looking for. We gotta have green, red, then another green to take that previous green high. Okay. Hourly we already got market structure shift. Like I said, probably do the same thing as we said before. Yes. They pull back, we'd be looking at getting some longs. Now, like I said, we don't got no gap to go off of. That's the only thing that's tricky. We don't got no gap to go off of. So when that pullback happen, I'm expecting whatever that pullback to be, it's gotta push right back up and turn green. Cause literally, if it just turning red, it probably can just drop, or we can drop and just straight consolidate. So gotta be careful. It's gonna be a little tricky. That's why I'm gonna get in micros. I might get in 2 micros on that pullback trade, y'all. I don't know if I'm getting a full position or not. Cause it's gonna be more of a B plus trade. Cause we don't got the gaps. We might got the gaps on lower time frame. Let's see. See. We got a gap here. Maybe this will be where it bounce at. We just have to see. All right. It's 112. Ooh, y'all, we might have to do the analysis for Meta and them tomorrow. I ain't gonna say in the morning. I don't want to give y'all something that I ain't gonna do at that time. But we just went over NQ, QQQ. Let's go over gold. Then we gonna call it tonight. Go over gold real quick. Gold been going crazy, y'all. I'm talking about absolute crazy. Right back up to that 4,000. Oh, I'm tripping. I ain't even marked targets. First, let's look at the monthly. I'm just doing my thing, y'all. Monthly, we already did what we supposed to do. Look like we finna close past this high. So I'm honestly, y'all, if gold ever just keep dropping, like if we ever see any pullback, just buy the loans again until we come back to these highs. We come down to 3,900, then get out. But anytime you see gold drop, y'all, just get back in the loan. I'm gonna tell y'all now, just get back in the loan. Anytime it drop, get back in the loan. It's just so far away from. I mean, gold can drop quick. You know what I'm saying? It could drop quick, but it's just so far away from that high. It look like we're gonna close green. So I can see gold just still pushing. I ain't gonna lie. Weekly, we still gotta go take that high. We ain't do our job. I mean, you know what? We kind of did, cause y'all know what I told y'all. When it come to these long wicks, it don't necessarily have to take the high. It just gotta come inside this range of the wick. So it technically did its job. All right. Daily. Close green. So it just telling us we trying to move high. If we close past this green, then continuation to go higher. Okay. But we did our job. We already took that high, that green counter. Now let's mark out our level. Can't beat level. Right now is this. 39. It ain't solidified yet, but this is what we expecting. So I'm gonna make it light pink. 3957.9. We don't want to see market go below there. This is the truth. Can't be level down here. But once it takes this high, we can actually say that's the truth. So 3842.8 is the true level. Now, let's see, do we got any gaps? Yes. We do got a gap before we get to our true level, which look like we bouncing off currently. I ain't gonna lie, gold try look way better than NQ and all, man. Way better. I traded gold too Friday, y'all. Gold trade was definitely the easier trade. Super, what? I'm to my 100% easier. Um, this chart is way better, man. I ain't even gonna lie. This is where you supposed to take the long, bounce off this fair value gap, soon to turn green, take the long to the high. So you already kind of missed the trade. Other than you can still look for it like on lower time frame hourly or so to go long until it eventually take that high. At 440.81. But then once it take that high, get out. All right, get out or just go into light partial because you gotta see it if it's gonna close past or not. 'Cause if it turn, I mean, if it take the high and don't close past, see it come right back dropping, and we could be in this consolidation right here. But if it close past, oh yeah, you good. It should keep pushing. Let me just show you how that Friday trade we took. Literally, we just took a fair value gap bounce and we went long. That was it. Um, hold on. I'm talking. It was the easiest trade ever. And shout out to my brother-in-law. Um, he the one called the trade out. He was looking at gold. I wasn't even looking at gold, y'all. He was looking at gold. He told me about it, and I seen it, and I seen what he seen. And we was like, yeah, gold finna go up. Ooh man, we really took that gold long, and he held it longer than me, so he was able to capitalize pretty nice on it. I don't even remember which gap I took it off of. Yeah, did I take? I would think we took it off of. What time this is? Hmm. Come on now with the military time. Why am I trying on military time, man? Give me regular time, please. I don't feel like doing it in my head. It's almost 11 o'clock at night, man. God, dang. Shoot. Oh, this aftermarket. We ain't take this right here. This is there. Let me delete this. No wonder I ain't. I was like, boy, did I take it out these? I knew I was confused. But I know I ain't tripping. That was Friday. So this was, I think this is where I took it off of this game. Now, what do we? Yeah, cause we got in pretty early. I think we got in this counter. It was in this counter where we had to see. I think we were just waiting on the first 15-minute green. Yeah, this is where we got in right around here. Or was it on the 5 minute? I know we got in down here right around this time. This is where we got in the longs, and we took it. I took it to the top of the gap. And he still held it. He took it up to the highs. Um, so he, like I said, he caught more of the move than me. But I did take regular gold. I think he took the micro. So technically, I profited more on it. But he definitely had a better trade. Like he took it all the way up. The only reason I didn't take it all the way up because I told him I was like, I know we're gonna get to the top of the gap for sure. That's what I told him. But I was like, that's all I'm aiming for. I'm just looking for the top of the gap. That's all I was aiming for. So yeah, I think I got in long right here. Once we close green and we pull back, I think I got it long. And he got in too right there. Then just kept he just held like I said, he held his to the high and he completely got out. He didn't hold it for this. I just held it to the top of the gap and then got out. But we both still did good with the trade. Um, but gold, like I said, I think we're gonna take this high. Now once we take the high, what we gonna do? That's what we gotta figure out. See what that market gonna do. Um, I don't expect market structure shift to happen until we take that high. I mean, it could, but I don't expect it. So let's mark out this low. I don't expect this low to get taken on the hourly. Think it's gonna hold up this 40.42 until we take that high. Okay. Now once we take that high, all bets are. I don't know what it might do. Once we take that high, we got this gap here. Should I mark that? Yeah, I'm mark that gap up instead. Mark that gap up instead. Oh, come on. Come, come on now. Alright. So we don't got the break and retest of this gap yet. I mean, we broke it, but we need to see that true retest. But yeah, that's what we looking at tomorrow, y'all. Look like we're gonna be trading futures. Uh, we might trade regular stocks, but like I said, I gotta do the analysis for y'all. But we did it for the futures and we did it for SPY and QQQ. So I'm gonna call it a night. It's already getting pretty late. I gotta get up early. Yeah. But y'all be safe out here, man. Be precautious, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen with the government shutdown. And one tweet here and there can do a major job. So be on the lookout. All right, y'all have a good one. Your boy Keith is out.